What's going on, everybody? Back here with the second game of the tournament that Nation hosted monthly Brawl. Me versus Safado. Safado did win the first game as our Ernie versus Mike Felicia, but that was the second game. He picked first, he picked Pontus, and since we agreed not to play Boyai, Tillis, Saba, or Parthia, and I already played Galatia, there were a couple options I could have gone with. I decided to go with Masazely, kind of just to counter his Horse Archer advantage. Didn't want him to be shooting me in the back. I think with Pontus versus Rome, it is winning for Rome, but I'd rather not have a huge cab disadvantage and just get shot around with Horse Archers and Slingers the whole game. So I decided to go for Masazely. It would give me a pretty massive HA advantage. Infantry advantage is still probably pretty close, but I'll also have tricks up my sleeve for this game, so I was definitely prepared for it. It was quite a good game anyway, though. I think Safado brought a really interesting army that played upon strengths in an interesting way, so let's get into it. Yeah, so we can see the armies here, but I'll go over them again here. So this was my Masazely army for this matchup. Two of these are Armored Davidian Cav, which are probably the best Cav in the game right now for the cost or for anything really. 41 damage, insane melee stats, great armor, and then some other attributes that we'll talk about in a little bit here. So I have 4 of those guys in total. And for my infantry, I just have 4 of these Davidian light infantry, which are like really good. Probably one of the most underestimated units. They're actually medium, so they have better mass. They're not light. They have really good stats overall. They also can do guerrilla deploy, but you don't really use that. 35 weapon damage, decent charge, really good melee defense, 45 armor, 50 health, not bad for the cost, and they're like 380, so they're like Celtic warriors basically. Really nice use. Then I have 4 Desert Legionnaires up front. Any mini army should have these guys as your main line. No point in really buying Desert Cohort for 980. Just like, imagine getting a regular, like, was it like a veteran Legionnaire for 200 more? That's pretty stupid. So I just brought regular Desert Cohort, or Legionnaires. They'll be fine against Pontus infantry. They'll destroy Celtic swords if you bring those. And obviously Nakeds and Celtics can be dangerous, but they are more costly. And I have 2 cav, 1 armored desert cav, and 1 desert cav because I couldn't afford anything else. Have to bring some melee cav just to help my charges go right. Desert cav is probably going to be pretty fucking useless. It's light. Over here we are just skirmishing out here. Then I have the meat of my army here, the kind of trick play that I've decided. I've gone for 4 heavy Numidian skirmishers, and I brought my general in one of those units because really there's no better unit to put your general in. You don't want to bring a noble Numidian cav really, because these guys, armored Numidian cav, are just better. They're for the cost, they're 300 cheaper or whatever, and they're just way better. They do exactly the same thing, slightly worse stats, but like what's the point? Okay. For his father's army, quickly, 2 Eastern Slingers. He brought 4 pikes, regular ones, a couple of Celtics, 3 Celtics, and then a shit ton of cav. He has Noble Blood, Kappa, Noble Blood, Kappa, Noble Blood, Kappa. So I think 3 of each, and then a Pontic Royal Cav Gen. So very strong cav force. That's a really interesting choice against Masazely, but it kind of makes a lot of sense because you know that they're not going to have any good cav, and they know that you're not going to have any good spears probably. So if he can use his cav to get after my skirmishers, my armored Dominion cavs aren't enough. Here he makes a crucial mistake, though. He gets way too close. I'm just going to get a free charge here. And that's one of the things you have to worry about, and this is what the trick I was bringing up before, is that these armored Dominion cav are heavy, but they have something like 12 speed, and Sarmatian or Scythian horse archers are really bad. For one reason. Obviously, 40 damage, and that's really nice, but they have 8 speed. They literally have the speed of like a Noble Blood cav, or something similar. And now you're going to see in 2 cases, he gets way too close, my cav are way faster, way more acceleration, we're just going to chase them down, and he's going to get some nice shots, but they're so armored, it's not even going to matter. Here I did chase down both of his horse archers. This guy actually doesn't route for some reason, but I'm like, whatever. I captured 3 of his 4 horse archers pretty much. Killed them off. This guy survives with like 5 men, but whatever. I'm just retreating here, trying to get my HA back in the fight. One thing I did not calculate precisely though was that oh, and here he's gonna make another mistake. So early mistakes, but this is what I was saying why Nvidia is such a good faction is because they are basically guaranteed to kill off HA. Here I really fucked up, but you'll get a nice charge with the Project Royals, but I will get a lot of nice javelin volleys off. And here I'll just kill off the Sword Surgery because he was trying to trap it, but it's not gonna work. Killed off the Sword Surgery, so all the Sword Surgeries are dead now. Got some nice javelin volleys, but he did kill off like 30 of my Nvidia cap, it's not great. One thing I wasn't paying attention to though was my stamina here. My Numidians are already winded here, and winded here, they're gonna be tired soon, and that's gonna make them a lot less effective because he's fresh. So I'm just kiting right now. I should have rested. I should have brought my cab back, second winded them, and then rested some of the other cab back here. That's a pretty logical thing to do. Here I'm trying to get to the one flank. You can see his line is very wide, and you can do that because there's so much cab you can flank around very easily. And meanwhile, I'm just trying to kite and get the one flank so I can pressure. But here he gets... The one thing he has to worry about though is that you have a lot of javelins for these guys. All my infantry have 2 javelins. So here, like, I'm letting him charge in because, like, look at all the javelins that are going to come in here. Javelin, 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 javelin. Die, die, die. He kills off some of my Vigiles, but, like, in this case, the Vigiles are completely useless because he has not that much infantry. They're really just like a charge blocker. Here he charged in with his spikes, he's going to put up the phalanx, that's fine. And here, like, again, I'm happy to sacrifice this desert cap to kill off one of his cav, because I'll be able to retreat it, and as long as it has like 30 men left, it'll still be pretty useful. Here I'm just harassing the backlines, getting some nice kills. You can see his general's already down to 46, and that's going to be crucial later. All my cav are coming in here. I think I'm going to second wind the tired cav here. I should at least. And here, yeah, he charges a frontal charge, but like again, you're just going to eat so many javelins. Although, yeah, you can see, just look how many javelins, already down to a lot of men lost. And here, this Cappadocian cab is losing men, so I've done a really good job of killing off this cab, and I've kept enough of my cab alive, and in the late game, my Numidians will be great against this cab, because they just have such high melee attack that low health units will just die. Celtic Warrior gets charged by 2 Numidian light infantry. This one kind of died, but because the Celtic got a charge on it, but I my second charge in here. Pikes engaging here, 2 pikes. I'm like, okay, I'll just run away, I guess. Probably should have retreated this guy faster, but I knew that I'm winning here. It's just a Celtic against Desert Legionnaire. He is winning on the charge, but eventually I'll be able to take that. So I want to just delay here, winning here. His infantry doesn't stand much of a chance. I think we both knew that from the start. Here I know my guys have javelins here, so I know I can pretty much kill this unit off with a javelin, and I have both my cav and support. Here I'm just kiting with this Vigile. And now see, if he comes in for a charge, he's just gonna eat javelins. Yeah, so he gives up on that. This Vigile can retreat now, and these Numidian cav are in the back just resting, because I did realize here I do lose this Numidian cav, which is really, really bad, but they were very tired. See, they couldn't really run away, even though I did mismicro them. Here, yeah, I let him charge this really weak infantry unit, because I was like, oh, it's just out of men. I charged here, now my Numidians come over here, and they're gonna just kill off this fight. You can see I'm winning here pretty easily, even though these guys are red morale, because they're fucking awful. Here he does get a nice return with his Cappadocian cav, though that's gonna hurt these guys morale. I'm just getting nice javelins while these guys... maybe they're on a javelin, I don't know. But this was a good trade, killing off these Cappadocian cav. These guys are 20 men. Again, this is like his last full cav over here, this last full 2 cav. These guys are very low. And his other cav here is chasing my guy off the field, but now it's way out of the fight. So he still has a good amount of cav, but he's running out of infantry. Here I'm flanking this pike unit, and I'm just able to kill it off pretty much. I mean, maybe we'll get some good kills here. I'm just shooting up a little bit. My Numidians, I should have kept them off fireball. But now he's trying to chase them down here. Another nice jab volley here. And now this cav is just low HP, so all my javelins just really destroy them. This was probably not a great fight for me. This is good because it's out of phalanx, so I'm just going to destroy these pikes really fast. Over here, his Celtic should come in and fight, but like I'm just waiting for that to happen. As you can see, he comes in here, and there's nothing to really charge. This, I'd go for this, but then I would just be able to get rear shots. Nice charge by his cav here, killing off of his light infantry that are behind his pikes there, and he's shooting them up. His slingers haven't had much to say yet in this contest, but now they are starting to take this action. Trying to shoot up some units here. I kill off this pike, and now I'm going to be able to just flank the rest of it. But you can see this Desert Legionnaire just ran away from this pike, and now it's just going to surround. His cav is still fighting, but I have a lot of javelins left. Here he's forced to just retreat. Again, wasting javelins for the Numidians, probably not good. This guy's exhausted, should have rested him. But he just has these weak cav units, and they just can't do much. And I know that in a little bit, these two Cav will just become unstoppable because they're full health and full strength. And once I kill off some of his bigger units, like smaller units, I mean, it's just his bigger units, I can just surround them. I have infantry support, and I can get to his slingers. I'm resting this guy now, trying to wait for an opportunity to go for his slingers. Nice javelin going. They're gonna kill off this Noble Blood. Of course, they survive with 3 people. But here I just have all my pelters. I have a full legion here, pretty much, or 80 men. Here another 80 men, and here another 50 million lights. So and another full unit here, pretty much. So it's gonna be really hard. Here he goes for a charge, but he just eats shit from my javelin volleys, like pretty standard stuff here. I go for a charge in here with my new minions here. Because I have the infantry support, all my pelters are here. I do retreat with this one so I can get second charges. His general's trying to come across here, but you can see he tries to come across. Going for my pelters is smart, but that's why I kept this unit in reserve. There's such a big block, like, they don't get knocked over really, and now I just pull them out, surround his general, both my new minions charge in here. His general's 20 men, and that should be all she wrote. He just screwed up my new minion that was resting back here. That was smart, but it's not gonna matter. I still have, like I said, these guys are pretty much invincible. 48-25. He did leave, by the way, this cat back here. Totally forgot about them. But even if they come in here, I mean, look at all these cultists. All of them still have jabs left, except for like my gen, I think. So it's not going to be a problem. Slingers go down. Get a second charge into these guys. I mean, all he has left, really. Celtics finally trying to get into the action. Remember, they couldn't do anything. They were on this side of the battle trying to punch forward, but every time I would just feint a charge, we had to run away. And now I'm just shooting them with javelins. And at this point, the game is completely over. I still have 22 and 42. Like I said, these guys just won't die in the end game. So, I have more cav than him now, so I was just able to whittle away at his cav over time is pretty much the goal there. And that's exactly what I was expecting with his army. I didn't expect so much cav from him, to be honest. And maybe he should have brought a little more infantry, but it was a good idea with all the cav. It's just he kind of got too aggressive. Charging in early with his cav, like, there's no need to go for charge into Ventilas. When all my pelters are there, they just get easy kills. And finally I wrap up his Celtics here. Last couple pikes on the field, and his cav over here, which he forgot about. But these legions will just pin the pikes down, and like I said, these pelters still have ammo. 2 of them still have ammo. This guy's out, and my gen is out. Oh no, he still has ammo also. So yeah, 3 pelters still have ammo. So even if he was able to bring this cav back into the game, it would have just been a little more, a longer version of the same thing we saw here, because I still had cav left. He would be forced to engage them. Pelters are there, they just shoot everything, and then they die. So that's the end of the game, and this cav just refuses to route, so he forgot about them. And we were just talking after the battle. And he'll bring them in those decided route because there's no chance. And that was the game too. So very interesting game. Cool matchup as well. I don't think that's a matchup that people see that often, but it was really interesting. And I think the key for me was, like, I knew that if he brings force archers, I'll be able to catch them. And even if he was a little better in the micro, they're like, he definitely messed up his micro, and that happens obviously. But even if he was able to keep his micro in the beginning, as soon as the engagement happens, all I have to do is just surround the horse archers and then just, like, charge. And where can they even go, right? Like, they're just, nowhere to go, and they would be trapped, or they would be just, like, behind, running away, and not in the fight. My new minions definitely, my armored minion can definitely the MVPs in this battle. Peltas did really well too. My infantry didn't do that well because they were trying to kill pikes and shit, and that was just hard. And he did get some good charges, but you can see that his cav really weren't able to affect the battle. They just got mauled by javelins pretty much, and that was my plan, so it did work. So 1-1, we go into the final game. It was a great game. Thanks for watching, guys, and see you next time.